This section is called the mood of chanting. I have many, many questions because this was really the heart of lesson 1 was being in the proper mood. Because when we're not in the proper mood, our rounds will not be good or cannot be good until we get in the proper mood. How to experience Krishna in chanting. Prabhupada said you can experience Krishna in chanting. So I'm going to give a little kind of mystical answer, and I'm just going to say, allow yourself to feel Krishna. He's there. Just meditate on Krishna is here, and I'm not perceiving him as much as I would like to, or maybe I'm not perceiving him at all. Allow yourself to perceive him. Remind yourself while you're chanting that he's present. And allow yourself to feel him. He's present. How do you feel him? Well, you might feel him through the vibration, Hare Krishna, and you feel the vibration in your body, or you feel the vibration outside of you. And just allow yourself to feel Krishna. Krishna is there in his name, so why am I not feeling him? Maybe I'm a little dull. Maybe I need to be more open to the fact that he is present, more conscious of the fact that he is present, and allow myself to feel Krishna's present. I don't think it's difficult, because as we chant, we're getting some inspiration, some purification, which could only happen if Krishna were present. But I will just answer it that way. As Prabhupada said, you can feel Krishna when you chant, and so I would ask you, okay, so be present, be mindful, be open, be aware to feel Krishna. Allow yourself to feel him. He's actually there. How to please the Lord with chanting? Well, in one sense, you can say he's pleased when you chant, but Jiva Goswami said chanting with sincerity is the most powerful, many, many times more powerful than any other form of chanting. And Prabhupada said, hear yourself chanting sincerely. And what do we mean by sincerity? Well, sincerity means to please Krishna without any motivation. Anyabhilashita shunyam. That's how Prabhupada defines sincerity. So, Krishna, I want to please you, and I want to please you with my chanting, and I want the result of this chanting to purify me so that I become more pleasing to you. So if that's your mood, if that's your intention, Krishna will be pleased by that. How do we know if we're making proper effort or not? Maybe we have to say that you're the only one who's going to know, that I can't give you a barometer exactly. But number one, are you making any of the 10 offenses? Are you making an effort to avoid them? Especially the inattention is where we're going to have a problem. Are you making an effort in your life to avoid offending devotees? Right? And that's another question. So I can feel energetically when I'm making an effort because I feel the energy I'm putting forward. You know, when you ever feel lazy, it's a lack of energy. But sometimes it's coming from the mind. It's not that your body doesn't have energy. Because you say, I would say, can you help me with this? And they say, no, I can't. And I say, well, I'm going out to do this. Would you like to come? And you say, yeah, I'd love to. And then all of a sudden you have energy. So it's not always a physical thing. So you can monitor your mental energy. Well, how do you feel when you're chanting? Are you actually putting in as much effort as you can? And so simple thing you can do is just ask yourself while you're chanting, could I put more energy into this? Am I putting in enough energy? And if the answer is yes, I could put more energy into it, then you have your answer. If you say, no, I'm giving all the energy I can, I don't know what else I can do. I'm sitting straight, I'm concentrating, you know, all my physical, mental energy is going. Then, good, that's the best you can do. You're trying your best to chant, you're trying your best to apply the best methods for chanting, you're trying your best to avoid the 10 offenses. You can't do better than your best. And if that's as good as it gets, then we have to be satisfied. This is the best that I can do now. Because Krishna doesn't always look at results, he looks at effort. So if you feel your effort is the best you can do, don't look at the result, because you may think, well, I'm not getting the result, but you're putting in the effort. So the effort is what's most important. That's what Krishna sees. because you can't control the result, but you can control the effort. The result's up to Krishna. You put in your effort. If he wants to give you reciprocation through the holy name, or he wants you to struggle a little more, okay. That is in his hands. What's in my hands is my effort. How to validate that we are chanting correctly or not? By experience, by taste, by satisfaction, by inspiration, by purification. You feel purified while you're chanting, after you're chanting? Do you want to chant more? Do you feel satisfied? While you're chanting, is it difficult? Is it relishable? Is it sweet? I'm looking at my watch because I have a chanting section coming up. That's why I'm looking. Like Prabhupada said, you should know if you're, at the restaurant, you should know if you're full. Don't ask the waiter, am I full? You should know. You will feel spiritually fulfilled. You will feel satisfied. You will feel a taste. You'll feel inspired. Can we think of Krishna's lotus feet or lotus form while chanting? Prabhupada said that we should be thinking of Krishna's pastimes. That's the proper chanting. He said, but it shouldn't be artificial. It shouldn't be like pastimes. Think of the pastimes. Think of the pastimes. Have 20 pictures of pastimes and you're magnifying glass, forcing yourself. It shouldn't be that way. It should be natural. Some devotees say that when they read more Bhagavatam, more Krishna book, they think naturally of the pastimes. So the form, the pastimes, the leelas. And the good news is that when you advance, you will not only see the pastimes, you will be in the pastimes. That's something to look forward to, which could explain why Thakur Haridas could chant 192 rounds, because if you're in the leela, why would you want to leave the leela? Just keep chanting, stay in the leela. I have too many services already. Why should I ask for more services while chanting? Yeah, I sometimes joke with devotees. Today I'm not chanting any rounds a day because today I have too much service. We're actually asking for the mentality of service, the mentality that I just want nothing but service, the mentality that I don't want Maya, the mentality that I want to purely serve. So don't worry if you have too much service. You are fortunate, and don't worry that you will get more service if you chant purely, although I can't guarantee you won't get more. But don't worry about it. But the biggest worry is that the service will be done purely. So we're chanting that we can do that service purely. We're chanting for the strength to turn our back on Maya, to turn our back on temptation. We're chanting for the strength to discipline ourselves, to focus on Krishna consciousness, to focus on our service. That's what we're chanting for. So personally, a lot of times I am not praying for service, I'm praying for empowerment to execute the service. Sometimes the service I have, I feel, is difficult or even overwhelming at times, and I'm just praying to Krishna, please give me the power to be able to serve you. Empower me to do this. I don't feel qualified to do this service. So that's part of the mood of please engage me in your service. Are there some prayers that can help us prepare the mood? There are many prayers different acharyas have written on the holy name. So songs about the holy name. And some of those prayers may motivate you more than others. And I don't want to recommend any specific prayers because what motivates me may not motivate you. But there are so many prayers about the glories of the holy name. And I think you'll find some that will specifically inspire you. If you look for them, you'll find them. And there may be, an ashtaka, and one or two may especially inspire you. I can tell you a couple that inspire me. I believe this is Sanatana Goswami, who's maybe Sanatana Goswami. He said that the holy name is the greatest treasure, the greatest jewel in Krishna's treasure chest. And then he said the holy name is my life and soul. It's my greatest treasure, my greatest wealth. So that inspires me when I chant. I think this holy name is the greatest wealth I possess. It's not money, it's not fame, it's not possessions, none of that. Power. It said the holy name is the most valuable jewel. So if there's some prayer that just syncs with you, fantastic. 5th verse of Shishastakam, it really resonates with me. When I chant, I feel like I am fallen in this ocean and I can't get out. Only you, Krishna, can pull me out. Just get me out, get me out. Crazy mind, just get me out of this. And the 2nd verse, I have no taste. So much appreciation is there for the holy name, but I don't have any taste for it. It's just this paradox. I love that verse. And it's a prayer of appreciation. And then it comes to us, say, why am I not appreciating? There's so much to appreciate. Why am I not tasting it? So that resonates with me. So it's really up to you. Find that prayer that resonates with you, that motivates you. Anything for me that helps me call out to Krishna for help, or helps me appreciate the holy name, it's powerful. I feel sleepy while chanting. Probably you should stand up. If you're really, really tired, you should probably take a little nap. And as you progress in devotional service, as you get more of a taste, you'll find that even if you're sleepy, you'll stay awake because you're relishing it. So first you may have to do the physical. As you improve in your chanting, you'll find you can stay awake even when you're tired because you're relishing it. How can sound Mayak as the sound of Hare Krishna mantra is transcendental to the modes of material nature? Well, just think of seeing the deity. Does everyone who see the deity see Krishna? When we say the deity is transcendental, Krishna has been installed. It's not marbled anymore. But I might see marble because I have a marble-like heart. Krishna was present on the planet. Not everybody knew he was Krishna. So that's the idea. So specifically, Bhaktisiddhanta said, you're chanting the name of Krishna, so there's the material sound, whether it's marble or wood or metal or sound. It's sound. But unless there's a mood of devotion and service, you don't see it. You don't see it as Krishna. So just like when you see the deity with devotion or you've done a lot of service, you feel Krishna's presence. So Krishna is always there, but he's maybe not always there for you because you're not in the mood. So you're not approaching the name with devotion. It's like seeing the deity without any devotion. It's just a statue. When the heart is hard, then the name doesn't reveal itself. The deity doesn't reveal itself. That's the idea. My family is not supportive to chanting, so I feel scared every time I chant. How to overcome that? Probably don't chant around them, and take it as Krishna testing you. Testing your sincerity, testing your faith. And if it's, difficulty, just don't let them. You just have to chant in a way that they don't see it, so they won't be bothered by it. And you won't be bothered by it. Is it okay to watch Mangal Arati on TV without sound while chanting? If it helps you. The answer is always going to be, does this help you become absorbed? And the last question, is it okay to listen to Prabhupada chanting or any Maharaj chanting on earphones while chanting? Yes, if it helps you. It's some devotees it helps and some it doesn't. And Hare Krishna, I have to go now. Hopefully I answered these questions well enough for you.